is my absolute most favorite beer in the world. Hello, it is me, the Potato Uncle. You probably read the title, you already know what this is all about. We are on our journey to discover the best places to celebrate Oktoberfest in 2021. Today we are at Brotzeit. Yes, you heard right. It's pronounced Brotzeit, not Brotzeit, as you would say in Singaporean. You've probably seen Brotzeit before. They're all over Singapore. They've got quite a few branches in the city center and everywhere. Today we are in the Karton branch, and I personally like Karton quite a lot. That's time for another video, but the area is kind of amazing. There's a lot to do, a lot to see, but that's for another video. Alright, so I'm actually quite excited about this one. That is the special Oktoberfest beer by Erdinger. So Erdinger is one of Germany's biggest beer companies, and every beer company brings out their own beer throughout Oktoberfest. I really like this one because it's very light to drink. It's not one of these heavy beers that go too much into the head or into the tummy. I can imagine drinking this in Munich on the fields of Oktoberfest. You can easily down like 3-4 of them before you even notice that you had some beer. This is very light and it's very suitable for Singapore, I feel, because it's light and refreshing and it doesn't have this heavy beer taste that you sometimes get. So definitely try that one out. It's good. It's really, really good. The atmosphere at the Karton branch is quite welcoming. What I don't like is when you have these German restaurants and they're all really dark and grim and it's all dark wood. I think what they've done with the German theme is quite nice. It looks fresh, it looks young, it's inviting, you kind of want to stay here. So I do recommend coming here. On the menu you will find all the classics. You have your pork knuckle and your schnitzel and your potato salad and your rösti and your spätzle, and it looks all really good. The ones that we tried are amazing, and what I like very much is that they tell you what pairs best with the food. But there's a big selection even for people who are not all that much into meat or even beers. They have a few light cocktails for the non-beer drinkers. So I've never been to Oktoberfest in my entire life, and to be completely honest, I have no plans on going in Germany because I would feel too much like a tourist. I feel the beer over there is, during Oktoberfest at least, overpriced, and the glass is only 3/4 full, and there's too many drunk people, so it's nothing that I personally would enjoy. But if you're a tourist and you ever make it to Germany after the pandemic, try it out. It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime thing to do Oktoberfest. But for me, because I am German, I don't really care about it. When I first arrived in Singapore, I thought Brotzeit is the best German restaurant in Singapore. Before I discovered which is another video. Because to be completely honest, the quality at Brotzeit dropped off at around 2019. I know you're watching this Brotzeit, but you have redeemed yourself. I came back 2 years later and it is good. It's really, really good. I would recommend coming here. It is, they have quite improved. First impressions only, we haven't tried it yet. We'll put a little bit of cranberry sauce in it. Just a bit. Okay, let's try this. Okay, first impression. This is not recited. Okay, so this is the pork schnitzel. It is very good. It's very tender, very lean. It tastes very nice. It's really, really good. The crust is not as crispy as it could be, but it's still on the crispy side. So I think it's good. Quite good. I would definitely order this one again. This is... what is that again? Spätzle. That is cheese and bacon spätzle. So it's just mac and cheese, German style mac and cheese. Definitely recommend this one. It is crispy from the outside, it is cheesy and creamy from the inside, and it's exactly what this should be. Okay, so the reason why in Germany we clink the glasses from the bottom because it helps the yeast to be aggravated and then it just moves up. Because if you let the beer sit for too long, then the yeast will just fall to the bottom. So every little clink will just bring it back up. And that's why we do this. And can you see, these glasses are specifically made for wheat beer or Weiss beer, and they have a very thick bottom specifically for that reason, so they don't break. Now we are trying the pork knuckle with some rösti. Rösti is just shredded potato in a fried pan. The meat is on the lean side. It is nice. It's delicious. I like it. Okay, now we try the rösti, the shredded potato. The potato definitely still has some bite with it. There's some... okay, so that's good. So also, to be completely honest, been here a few years, wasn't a fan of the rösti. They have stepped up their game. I am convinced. I think this is a close contender with which is a different episode. I like it. To be honest, I would order all of this again. It's good. I can recommend it. Come along. Alright, here's the story behind this beer. It is pronounced Schneiderweisse, and it is my absolute most favorite beer in the world. And it's difficult. It's so difficult to find them anywhere else in the world. And here I did. And the head is gone a little bit, but I haven't tried it yet. And it's the first time after... when was the last time I went? Or the first and last time? When did I go to Germany? When did I go to Bavaria? 2013? So it's a really long time ago. And I remember it as being the best beer in the world for me. So now we'll try it for the first time. Unfiltered emotions right here at the potato. It's still my absolute favorite. Okay, so I truly haven't had that for so many years, but it is still the best. How can I describe it? It goes down easy. You could drink quite a few of them. It lingers a little bit, it's quite nice. And then you just want to have a second sip. Or a third one. But I kind of want to know what you are thinking as well. Oh! Okay, honest opinion.
I think not my favorite, but it's very easy to drink.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I usually don't say that about beer, but it's very easy to drink. And yeah, I don't think I'll feel it. It feels like I won't feel the beer after I drink the entire time.
Okay, so the earlier Oktoberfest beer or this one?
I think I still prefer the Oktoberfest beer because it tastes a bit like... I like the bread taste, the liquid bread taste.
And let's be serious for 1 second. I know that Brotzeit is watching. I know you've had quite a few managers who always wanted to brew their own beer, but it somehow never happened. Just do it. Your competition is doing it. Just give it a try. I know you would benefit from it. The customers want it. Brotzeit, brew your own festive beer. That was all of Brotzeit in 2021. what is the verdict? Okay, so here again, we do have the potato scale. We do it exactly like the Michelin stars. 1 potato means try it out if you're around. 2 potatoes mean it's worth traveling for a little bit. And 3 potatoes means if you're in Singapore or anywhere else, you have to try it. I will give Brotzeit 2.8 out of 3 potatoes. The pork knuckle is juicy, the spätzle is good, the rösti was very nice, the schnitzel was good too, but it could have used a little bit less oil and be a little bit more crispy. They get points added for serving some specialty beer like Schneider Weisse, which you don't really have anywhere else in Singapore. That's all for now. Bye bye.